go live. Right. So hopefully that's working now. Right. Oh, right. Okay. So I've started. In theory, I have. Let's see. Right. Yeah. 9 o'clock. Get these shenanigans off. Get that off the screen. Easy, people. Nice things here. I'm just going to quickly go hello, and then I'm going to take this camera off because for some reason it, and easy Andrew Fox, for some reason it appears to like make the sound go all wonky, so I'm going to take this off now. But just a quick hello and hope you're all well out there. And now I'm going to switch this. Oh my gosh, do you know what I forgot? In all of this, what did I forget? I forgot to set up the camera. Wait a minute, 1 second. Oh dear. Oh my giddy aunt. It's been an odd day today. Well, it has because I'm using a webcam thing that I've got, and it's a bit jank. Well, it's been a bit janky, so I've just remembered that I've set up everything except the thing that I need to set up the camera because you can't see out. So yeah, that sounds chirping and chipping away, but I'm going to switch off in a minute when I put this camera on, so you can get rid of my ugly mug and see this. So let me see if I can get this right. Oh, it's number 2 in it. Number 2. Right. So let me just get this right in place. Right. I don't get that. Matthew Smith undercover. Ago George Floyd, is that you? So didn't die. How did you survive? I don't understand. I don't get that. Is unless you mean that guy, that poor guy who got killed. Oh dear. Well, I don't know how that was funny, but I don't know. Clearly, the Americans find it more humorous than the rest of the world, I guess. Who knows? But anyway, I'm not getting into that. Well, I think that's quite sad if you think that's a funny joke, but I digress. Right, so I'm going to deactivate this camera and get the sound on. So now the sound should be better. I just have to, yeah, I would say it was certainly a duff joke. Right, sorry about this. I've just got to get this camera in place. Dag nabbit. Let me just get this screen out. Normally I have the screen in place, so you're seeing a BTS now behind the scenes type thing. That what the? This is not my day to day. How does right? As soon as I can get this up and sorted, then I can start showing stuff. I just can't seem to get the angle. Right. It's not necessarily the straightest it's been, but you can all see the screen, can't you? I'll turn on my thingy. Easy, people. You can basically see the screen. Obviously, I'm missing the top part of this and the Akai, but for anybody who doesn't know, that's the volume. I'm assuming by now anybody who's joining this. Oh, now I have to move it across because anybody who's joining now knows what this is about. So let me just move this across a bit more. So that we can see the word right, Akai Force, and I'll just minimize that lower third. Try to get all fancy here. All right. Oh, the angle's terrible. 1 minute. Let me just try and see if I can improve it a little. Yeah, I guess, right. Is everybody fine with that? Because I, I've, I got so busy trying to get this other second webcam thing sorted, and it come out terrible. And for some weird reason, the sound is affecting. It seems to be affecting. Oh, do you know what? I think I know why. Wait a sec. 1 second. I might actually be able to resolve this. All right. If I turn that off, can I turn it completely off? Default device. Right. Right. I'm going to need your help, everybody out there, because I'm testing something out. So I'm going to activate this camera again. Right. The sound's fine now. The screen is a bit skew with, but you can see everything. The screen's a bit skew with, but you can see everything. The sound is going to be fine at the moment, but now I'm going to switch on this webcam just to see if I can do it. So you're going to have to tell me if the sound goes janky, because I can't hear myself back. So I don't know how this is. So, hey, hello, how are you? Right. So tell me, is the sound janky now? Because I just thought, well, you can see my face. I don't know if anybody wants to see my face, and how I don't even know where I'm meant to be looking, you see. So this might not be the best idea to do. But tell me if the sound's going, if it's doing this weird chirping sound, and if it is, then yeah, I guess forget all that, this camera thing. So I'm just going to stick to the other camera. So tell me, yeah, it's chirping. Yeah, forget it then. That's the end of that. So yeah, goodbye. Well, not goodbye to this stream. Just goodbye to my face being on camera. Right. So we're back to normal now. So I've canned that camera, so the sound should be fine. The screen's a bit wonky. Yeah, chirping. The screen might be a bit wonky, but you can see everything. I just want to try and see if I can level it a little bit more, just a bit more, and then yeah, that's all right. You get it. Everybody gets it. So just quick, hey to everyone. A lot of people in tonight. Let's quick shout out. Easy, Caleb. Oh, I'm not. I can't scroll because so people are passing because I'm doing it from OBS. But Xander G, Easy, Caleb, Ralph, Peace, Eli, Alex, and Unknown Nordic. Oh, as always, Peace, and Andrew, Peace as well. So yeah, right, sounds better now. All right, that's great. So we're cooking with gas. Right, now, some good news, little bit of housekeeping type thing. I'm starting to get a bit more structure on what I'm doing here. So let me get this drink out of the way. I'm getting a bit more structure on what I'm doing, which is good. So I've kind of organised how I'm laying this out. I'm going to probably go through a few examples of dance stuff. Now, I said EDM because it appears like the for the US folks, that's what they call dance music. From what I've seen, they call it EDM, electronic dance music. But what I've noticed is, from where we are, electronic dance music, electronic dance music seems to be like, from where we are, not electronic dance music, what am I on about? I'm talking crap. Dance music is house music, is what you and Americans might call Chicago house or New York house or the Miami stuff and that lot. We just call it dance music here, but you call it EDM. But EDM also seems to be like trap and electronic stuff, and we usually call that electronica. So what I'm really kind of going to be showing is your typical 4/4 to the floor house music and that kind of dance music. But what I will kind of do is electronic-y stuff as well. And I think what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do a few different examples of quick things. Somebody actually asked me about slap house bass and how to do one, and I did one because I was curious to try it out. And you can do one, and you can do them in the plugins, but it's like don't waste time, and I'll tell you why. Because you've got sampler. This is a sampler. So what you can do is you can just sample what's called a Reese bass, which seems to be the sound, and just use that and then put it into key groups, and you can modify it far past you could in Serum, because Serum seems to be the thing that people use. And I did one, and so I'm going to try and do a kind of mock slap bass thing, but I'm doing it right off my head because, like I said, I had a quick glance. I went right, and from what I can remember the sound, there's a few sounds which come with the Akai Force, which I think sound like that Serum slap bass sound, but I'm not quite sure. So you'll have to tell me if that sounds close to a slap bass sound. So there was a little few traits that I noticed. The Odyssey. Am I still chirping now? Right. But okay, right. Ralph, because there's a little delay on when I'm speaking to you, am I still chirping now? So can anybody just tell me right now? I'm going to take a little pause and tell me, am I chirping now? Because I've switched off the camera, so there shouldn't be that chirping sound. The sound should be fine coming from me. Right, let me switch over to the YouTube one just in case, because there's a delay. I don't know which way around this delay is. Right, oh no, it's that one. Right, let me see. Right, okay, all good. Right, okay, then that's good. No chirping. Oh, right, excellent. Right, cool. That's cool. Nice one. Right, so let's talk dance music. I'm gonna a reason why I said, I know, just a little bit more housekeeping. Reason why I said on the forums and why I just put, yeah, it's going to be dance music tonight is I'm just going to break down stuff into different genres and then just do one. So next week I'll probably do a hip hop one or whatever. But that doesn't stop anybody from asking questions, because I think music is broad. So all the techniques what I'm showing here can be applied to something else. The only thing why I'm showing them there is because I'm going to try and show the things that I've learned and observed about dance music to the point that I know it, and how you can implement that and use it within the Akai Force. With that said, first thing I would say is I personally believe the Akai Force, it should be called the dance machine, because it should be called the Akai dance machine, because I've never seen any device so easy to make EDM dance music on. None. And I'm talking about on computers. I'm talking about on Ableton, Cubase and whatever. I've never seen anything as easy as this is. I don't even think you need to know how to do something to make dance music on this. Me personally, the only thing what's a caveat to it is, because this machine's expensive, it's like, well, if you didn't know anything about music, I don't think you're going to spend £1,000 on something that you don't know anything about music. But if you had £1,000 to spend and you were going to do dance music, this is where I'd put it. And I'll show you why. Right. So let me just close this window. 1 second. 1 second. There's so many ways you can attack this. So I'm going to do a first one here. And this is my setup. And I'm just going to do, how can I do something just a basic dance thing? So here's really basic. I got a load. I've obviously just cleared everything. So we're starting with a nice, neat blank thing. I'll go to and do my knobs as you always should. Screen. I'll take it to 124, 123, 124. So from 120 to 125 is kind of housey. up above that 125 to 130 is more like on 127. That's more clubby, so main roomish kind of. 135 you're starting to get into trance, and then 140 you're into like trance and all that hard beat stuff, and there it kind of flips into that half beat, so that's when you can go into trap and I think they call it bounce house. There's so many different genre things, but they're all relatively the same. But for this first thing, I'm just going to put it to 123, and I'm going to show you. This is just the basic. All right, it was you, Ralph. Nice one. Yeah. So nice one for. So I'll show you that next. But let's start with Akai Dance Machine and why this is Akai Dance Machine. Easiest way to do it, right? Load. Go to the content kits. You've already got some content kits here. I'm just going to choose the first just to prove the point of how it is. And I actually think the bass in this, I think, has got a kind of slap house sound. I think, from what I recall, I think you can extend that and you put flange on it. I'll try. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure where the no is on that, Ralph, because I get a little delay. So there's a word that was me, rally. No bit of. Oh no, chirping. Yeah. Okay, right, I get it. Right, so I've got that. I've loaded that, and then what you can do is you've loaded the instrument into the blank space, which creates a kit. So I'll show that again. Go to load. You're in contents, and they've got some great contents. The content in here is not specifically, but it's quite dance heavy. So I've got that, and then what I'll do is I'll just copy that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So now I've got 3 copies of that same kit, which is kind of the same as the kit's being exploded. But it means if I want to kind of do anything further, I've got separate kits. Or alternatively, I could do it a different way, and I will. So I'm going to build something from this. I've decided I'm going to build something from this way. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go 1 kit. No, I'm going to do the 3 kits, do something really fast without really thinking about it. So, right, really, really fast, not thinking about it. 123, put a bit of swing in to give it a bit of life. And that's about the size of it. Right, I'm going to pretend I can't play nothing, right? I can't play nothing, which I always advise against, is like play stuff in, learn your instruments, learn to tap, because that's the hardest thing you're going to have to do is just tap buttons. So anyway, right, I'll set up the velocity. So I'm in step sequencer. Well, it's step seq as opposed to step sequencer. This is because I'm saying I can't play. So because I'm saying I can't play, I'm in step sequence, step seq. I hate that. I'm in the drum thing. I'm just going to call it the drum thing from now on, right? I'm in the drum thing now, and I'm on drum because that's what I'm going to use. So what is this showing me? What is it telling me? It's telling me, if you can look at this, the blues note, the orange is the velocity, and the top is the sequence. So I want to fix the velocity, so I'm going to not do full-on kick. I'm going to do 93 kick, and that's nice. Now, this is 16s, yeah, and it's 2 bars. It's always 2 bars if you start it. And if you want to check that, you can go shift, and you can go length, and it'll tell you there. So shift and length will tell you. You always want to keep, well, you don't have to, but I would always start with 2 bars. 2 bars is always good. You can always build from 2 bars. It's always a good way to start. It means you have repetition, but you have movement, and then you can expand. And the reason why I even say 2 bars and repetition is because repetition is usually key to making a good dance tune. Repetition breeds familiarity. Familiarity breeds kind of confidence in the success of the sound. People tend to like things because it's repeating. It gives them certainty. So when you have subtle changes, it's good. When you have complete changes, it can be uncertain, and it can breed fear. People go, oh, I don't know about that, because they have an expectation for feeling something. That's the thing in dance music. That's my belief anyway, my observation and stuff. Little background, even though I shouldn't add it, I never comment about what I've done or did in the past, but I've done some music and dance music in the past. I was on a little label called Warp in the UK. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. There's again, I don't know what anybody knows. A group called Aphex Twin and Nightmare and Wax and some other guys and I was one of them guys. I wasn't Aphex Twin. I was like, I had an act, do you know what I mean? And it did something. In fact, I was on 2 record labels at the same time, which is crazy. And because I did hip hop at the same time, unbelievable. Wouldn't ever happen again, I think, in theory. So that's a little claim to fame. But anyway, I digress. Oh, I got into the top 40. I got to the top 20 in the UK. But never mind. Anyway, let's get back to this. Did I do it twice? Yeah, top 40 twice. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? Right. So, I'm putting it to 93. Rules to 4 to the floor is it's 4/4. The diamond is your friend. This little diamond. This tells you this is bar right. This is how you should break it up in your mind, I say. This is the first section of a bar. This is the second section of the bar. This is the first section of the second bar. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 bars. So across here, the top one, that's 1 bar. Across the second one, that's 2 bars. So yeah, 1 and 2 bars. Right. Okay, so now I've got my velocity on there. Use the diamond to break your stuff up. So I'm going to do nice 4 to the floor, and I don't have to worry about how I press it in. It would help if I pressed in the right note and it was a kick. So this is kind of what Aldi Mac probably showed you, and you do the 4 kick, 4 to the floor. And I'm going to put a clap in, and the clap always goes in the middle because it's on the second, so it's on the second beat. So you've got that. If you like me, and you like the bouncy, skippy business, you can put it there. So let's have an open one. Well, let's have that. We'll have this one. So skippy. So the skippy is always on the free. It's always on the free to get that skippiness. So what we have is we've got kicks on the 1 and 2 where the diamond is. So it's on the first bit and then the second bit for the diamond. Claps or snares come on the second thing after the diamond. So remember the second part of the diamond, and that's your fundamental thing there, right? Then the third one for skippiness is always on the 3. And that's it. So you got that. And then now you can add little bits of flavour to it. So just to bring your own little flavour, add random things in. It's always good to add little hi-hat on in the end. So maybe I don't want to skip it. Maybe I'll have that. So it's like that. So what I could say is that third one, even though it's not cutting off, I could just get rid of that there. Do you know what I mean? Or I could add it there. And it's skippy. And add some more in it. Is there anything else? And now I've got my foundation. I might as well record some stuff live. Oh, it'll help if I press record. So here we go. There. So we'll have that one there as well. So now what I could have done is I can vary these ones. But you know what I'll do? I'll stop that a second. Even though I've done them all at 1 velocity, I'm going to say, you see this? It's all a bit dead. So what I'm going to do is the skippy one, what I've got here, because I pressed it, they're all selected. Remember what I was saying about select? So you can see it's all selected. I'll go into clip now. And because these are all selected now, in fact, I'll click off just to make sure I've got them. Since they're all selected, because I went into clip, yeah, I can go to edit. And this is where you can get into the niceties of like the MPC architecture and all that lot, I can go to humanize, and I can say, right, what do I want to humanize? Time? No, I'm fine with it. Time, I like that time. Length? No, I don't want to humanize the length. But what I do want to humanize is the velocity, because I want there to be movement in the velocity. So let me just go down to that. So I've gone to humanize, and now I'm going to kind of make it 40%. So it's going to be 40% variation from where it was. So it was at 93, but I want to make it 40%. And then I can keep applying, and it's going to keep randomizing, because it's going to humanize. So it might even say down there, it doesn't really, but it's going to humanize those things. And do you know what? I nearly pressed OK, but what should I need to press? I need to press only to the selected events. So remember to do that, because if I had pressed that, it was going to do all of them. So it would have fixed everything, but I don't want to do that. I just want that little bit. Right, so here we go. So now I'm going to play it. This is normal, because I haven't done anything. So then, but I'm going to press apply. So now I've got more bounce, but I don't like that one, so I'm going to press apply again and see what else we've got. That's a little bit, it's moved something well, but I like that. It's still it's a bit quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to grid, and I'm just going to turn up the velocity overall, and I can have a look at the velocities of those. So the velocities are the ones that are highlighted, but I'm going to bring them up overall because I like it, but it just needs a bit more. Yeah, just for me, I like that. No, I'll do me. So I've got my drum pattern. So what can I add to that now? So there's a couple of ways around this. What I could do is I can go around and so I could tap it in, or what I could do is I could just play it in. So I'll play my rhythms. I'll again pretend like I can't play stuff. So maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm making this up as we go. Right. So I could go, yeah, oh, that's cool. But here's the thing. What if I wanted to change those notes now? So here's an interesting thing. And this is just on, do you know what? I've just realized I've only just done this on one track. So what I was trying to show, the reason why I was adding the rest of them was because I was gonna do it on 3 tracks, but I don't. Do you know what? I have a habit of, and I'm meaning to slow down a little, because I'm hopefully I'm not going too fast. That's why I'm trying to take my time, because I know that in my brain I'm like, oh yeah, it's just this, that, and I don't want to go too fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slow down and take back to the whole thing. I've done setup, and I need to keep up with my notes. What I should have had is step sequence. So it was step sequence there. Right, so. All right, yeah. So, oh, you're seeing George and them. Yeah. Long story, but anyway, yeah. Nightmare and Wax. But anyway, that's then. So, right. Like I said, the dance machine. Look at this. It's just one kit, one quick kit, and I've done something. Now, at the moment, I've just got this bass that, and the reason why I'm showing this, I was going to show it over 3 kits, but it's the same, because all I'd be doing is copying the kit and just making the sound in a different one, and maybe I could change the note. I've got those notes in the rhythm that I like, but maybe I want to change the tune of the notes. And this is just off this one note. This is where there's so many different ways that you can do one thing. So in this way, and this is so why I'm going to show these different ways is because it depends on how your mind thinks about them. So this could be easy for somebody, and it could be complicated for somebody else, or it could be fine for everybody. I don't know. So with the one note, Right, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to copy it. That's what I'm going to do. I've decided. So let me go launch note, and I'm going to copy this one. So I'm going to go copy there. So I've got two. I've got my easy will shout out. Yeah. So I've got the but I'm going to get rid of the and I'm going to show you two different ways that I could attack this problem. Can I do it that way? Can I do it that way? No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. I have to know the numbers. That's the difference. So, right, I've done the drum pattern, and I'm going to get rid of this bass line on this second one. On this second one. Or should I keep this on the second one? I don't know. No, I'm going to get rid of it on. Do you know what I mean? I'm so indecisive sometimes. So, I'm going to select this. Select this. I could go through and just click all these off, or use a clip editor. Use a clip editor, make your life easy. So I've gone on there, and now it's selected the ones there that I've highlighted. So if I press shift and I press delete, it's just going to get rid of them. Send me a load of bother. I didn't have to highlight anything or this, that, and any shenanigans. I just pressed one button, it highlighted them, and then I press shift so I can get to the second thing in grid, and then just press delete. And that's it. If I wanted to get that bass thing and add it to another clip, I could just press copy, no cut, or copy, and then it'd be there and it'll be held. And then wherever I wanted to put that information, as long as it's MIDI, I can put it anywhere on the Force. So I could put it into a clip. I could put it into a clip at a certain point in a clip by using the locator. I could put it on the arranger. I could put it into a certain location on the arranger on a track, as long as it's MIDI. So i.e., if I had something and I was wanted it to play out to another machine, a synth or something like that, then all I'd have to do is copy that information from that clip. Hence the reason why I say this is good to be the hub if you like working with this machine. It's when people start trying to do stuff and it's not the hub, that's when it starts to get into funny issues. Right, so I've took that off because I'm going to show two ways of doing doing this bass. And the nobody asked this question, but the question in my head was, right, that bass is going, but it's just one note, or more to the point, this is just one note. So the first one is, it just plays as one note, it's in key, blah, blah, blah. It's very dull, maybe not, depends on what kind of dance music you're doing. If you're doing minimal, I think minimal techno, then I think it's usually just like that, innit? And it's like dun, dun, and then the bass is just doing that, and then everything else is going in and out again. It's one type of style of doing it, but we're not going to do that. We want to have a bit more variety. So again, depending on the type of person you are, the easiest way maybe to come to note. So I'm in note and I press note again, and when I press note the second time, it brings up 4 different sections. And these different sections are the velocity. So this, for this note here, this is the control of the velocity for this note. So this is like old school MPC 16 levels, like Pete Rock stuff. So you can, and that's how Pete Rock and High Tech used to do their echoes. And I remember because I used to have an ASR 10, I couldn't figure out how are they doing them. And I took a long walk around a short pier on the ASR 10 just to do echoes, because I was like, but it's not an echo because it's on a certain time, and it's because it's 16 levels. So that's that one. Second one is this is the filter, and this filter section works to the filter in the drum program. So by pressing edit pad, I can go to this drum program. I go to the envelopes and I press the second one to go to envelope filter, and as you can see, the envelope filter is off. But if I turn that filter on and turn it to low, now and it's true the other way around as well. So if I went to high, So if you're ever wondering how you use that filter, and this is per pad. So this isn't even the overall, it's per pad. So if you just wanted to filter something out just for one tune, you do that. The only thing which is, it's neither here nor there, is each one of these pads creates its own little, each one of these pads is like a macro. So when you press that, it's adding a filter as long as that to that sound. So it's adding this level of filter, this level of filter, this level of filter, this level of filter to this button press. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that. So the third one is what we want, and that's tune. Oh, because because it's on high, in it. So this what play, and I'll tell you why, because this is on high. So this now takes control of that. Where same would be true if I did it on low, it's not going to make a difference. Why? Because this is already on high. But if this was turned down to the bottom, like that, this would still work. But this would make no sound. Well, it would just be low. Do you know what I mean? If you, hopefully you understand what I mean by that. So anyway, right. So, like I says, this is one way we could do it, is we could play stuff in. Now, this is 16 levels, and this is one thing you have to keep in your mind on 16 levels. 16 levels is chromatic. That means it's this note, this note, this note, this. It's not in a scale, it just keeps going up. But because there's 16 levels of this being in tune, that means there is a scale. So it might be so maybe so that was, I don't know, that was some kind of major scale, because I don't even know what the note is. I think it's C. In fact, I can tell what it is in it because it says, doesn't it? It's like C. Right? This is what's good about this machine. Right. So that's C. So there we go. C major. To do C minor, what would that be? That's it. I had to think about that. Like I said, it might be easier for some people, harder for others, but I could get something. So I don't know. I'll just play something. I've got no idea what this is. I'm just making it up. Wow, that was terrible, but did I even play? Oh, I didn't even record it in, so let's say again. What did I do? That'll be it. We'll do that. So that's one way. So we've got that way, right, where I've played in the rhythm and I've played it by the tune, so it's put the tune in. But the other side of that thing might be, I like this rhythm and I want to change those notes. Well, here's where it's the way you think about it is, each one of these, if we go back to here, each one of these is divided by 16, isn't it? So is it what? It's 12. It's, my maths is terrible. Wait, is it 16? 1, 2, 3. Of course it's 16. There's 8 there. Right. So you wanna do 16 by 12. I don't know. I'm just gonna even just use a calculator. I can't be bothered. 16 shared by 12. Right, so 13. So everything is like 13. So that's 13, 26, 13 something, blah, blah, blah. That's how you have to do it. I think, don't quote me on this, but from what I recall. And what I mean by that is, if we go back to step sequencer and we go here and I say, I want to use this note here, this first, well, what have I got? Actually, let's see what we've got. Right, so I want these two notes to be fine. I want these two notes to be the same, but I want to change this note and this note. What I need to do is, I'll go to clip mode now. Yep. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to select the ones that I want by select, shift. But before I do that, I'm going to just select one. So deselect all of the notes that I don't want. So I'm going to do that and then, right. So that's the one what I want, this note here. And I'm going to press shift select to add the other note in. So these two notes here are the notes I want to change. And then what I want to do is go to list. And on list, you're going to see there's some information there and it's showing all the information. But what we want is tune. So if we go here and you have to, this is where it gets a bit into the weeds. Well, it gets a lot into the weeds, to tell the truth, because you have to go into insert and you've got to go mod. This is where it kind of gets into the weeds. So let me just do that. I'm going to have to do that select again. So these two notes. So what I'm going to have to select them again. It's a long way around. That one and shift select and that one. And then I think if I scroll carefully, it's so janky. So janky. I think that's it. You have to kind of do it one. And let me deselect all of them by selecting one. Right, and then I'll just select that one and select that one. So I've got the two there, as you can see. And then what I need to do is I need to go and insert. Right, and then I have to go to tune, and you've got to go find pad automation, and I think it's tune. I never remember which one it is now. In fact, let me look at it in the other one. So I'm going to go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do cheat mode here, and I'm going to select this one here. That's it, it's tuning. So where's tuning again? I should be able to tap. If I go, is it insert? No, it's tuning. So where is it? Over. No, it's on notes. Right, so this is what you have to do. I had to remember this. That's on 20. That what I've played. Well, there was several notes I played. As I'll show you, just so I can. Let me get that back to the top. Right. So, as you can see here are the tuning notes. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be tuning these notes. And actually, do you know what? I just remembered, it's just come back to me. You don't have to use 13, you use 10s. The note what you're on is not, and then it goes down and it goes up. That's what I remember now. Okay, I remember it now. Again, I ain't done it for ages. So what it is you've got that, which is the main one, which is not, and then it's minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, and then you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. That's how now I remember it. That's it. That's how you do it. So that's how you tune something. Hopefully that's made sense to you. It's not you do it in 10s. I remember now, and that's true of everything. Now I just realised something else as well, but I won't get into that. That's something further down the line. So if I wanted this stuff now, going back to launch again, make sure we're on the thing what we wanted. No, we want the other one. So we want this. So we've got our two select stop there. I wish there was some way I could scroll. I don't. Oh, there it is. So I can scroll. Right. So remember that. Let me see. Can I? If I go here, can I scroll? Oh, no. So you have to kind of grab this end. You've got to kind of grab that end thing if you want to scroll. So if you want to scroll down, you kind of got to. You've got to kind of grab that end one. That's interesting. So right at the end of here is how you can scroll. You have to kind of go to the end of that screen, and you've got to kind of really be careful not to touch it. Again, I didn't say it was easy. Look how long this has took to show the point of what I was going to show. So I'm going to go back and make sure they're still selected, which they are, because I've changed again. So I wanted to get these two, so I'm going to do this, shift select this note and this note. I can check, yeah, these are the notes that I wanted. I play them again. Right. So if I'm careful on the end of here, I should be able to scroll down to see them. Right. So I'm going to change the tuning on them ones. And what I remember is you have to go in. That's it. So no, you can't do it. You can't do it on one go. Can you? Can you do it on one go? You can do it on one go if the stuff exists, but you can't do it on one go without it existing. You have to put the tuning in. Am I right about that? Let me say I'm wrong. Let's say I'm wrong. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to shift select these two, them two. And can I do them? Oh, yeah, you can. So you can shift select. So there, and then I can change the tuning of them. I guess maybe if I keep my finger on shift select, I don't know if that. Oh, right. So I've learned something new there myself, because I know that if I didn't have shift select on and I did that, yeah, it would take them off. So list, because shift select doesn't work in clip, it works in step sequence, but shift select appears to work in list, which is brilliant. That means you don't even have to tap it there. You can tap it here. So this is why I like doing these. I've just learned something new, and this might be, I think this is ace, because what this means, just now that I've spoke really long about that stuff, that means if I go here, I can tune these up. So I can tune these up, and let's see, and now because I know it's 10, I can go 40. I'm making these numbers up as I go, but if I go here now to this one, I just press shift here, I can scroll down carefully somewhere here. It's somewhere down here, there. And then I can go here and then go put tuning on because I want to tune it. And then I'll call that another thing, I don't know, 10. And I'll make this one down here, tuning. It was that one, where it? Let me tell you, yeah. And I'll tune it, and then I'll tune this up to something like, I don't know, 30. Right. And I'll leave the two the same. Oh, easy hum log. So now I've just got this. I've got this rhythm, what I put in the step sequencer, and tuned it. So that's two ways I've showed. The third way is my way, what I like. No, let me show you one more way. What I could do, so I'll copy that again. I'll copy it again. Copy. And then I'll get rid of all the information, go into step sequence. Well, I don't need to go into step sequence. I just go back to grid, and then I go shift and delete the stuff I didn't want. Right, so I've got my drums again. So the other way you can do it is by pressing shift, edit, and create a new key group, blam. Or alternatively, you don't even have to do that. Do you know what you can do? You can press the edit pad to get to the pad that you want, and you can press this button up here, and that creates a key group. So you don't have to do this finger stuff. I'm just so used to it because this is an old version of, well, this isn't an old version, this is the latest version, but this is the old way of doing it with a shortcut, but you don't even have to do that. You select the pad there, and then you just press this shenanigans here, and you've just got yourself. So now I could add that in that way, and this is now on a new track as well, so I can turn it off and on. So go and if it was swing key, let me undo that because I was in step sequencer. So and undo that, no, because I pressed it by accident, and I just want to pretend that I didn't have I didn't know what to delete it, whatever. So what I could have is I could have this, go to notes, and then just play something in. Well, get into the right octave, which seems to be 3 because of where it is. No, 2? Oh. So 1? No, 2? Okay, 2. So again, this is trash, but I'm just making it up as I go along. So let's go back to Matrix. Press it in, 5, 6, 7, and good Lord, that was terrible. I could have turned it off, but anyway, I've got it. So some kind of tropical sound. So that's 3 ways now I've just shown, but the way I like to work is this way, because this is precise. And this is, and look at this. This is with 1 kit. So easiest way, that's why I'm showing this as a dance machine, because it's easy just to literally, I came up with 3 different ways of being able to do stuff with just 1 kit, right? But the way I like to do it is I like to go into note mode, or do both, launch and note at the same time. And let's copy that drum down again, and we'll get. Oh, and we don't have to get. Oh no, because I copied it, didn't I? Because I've got the bass line on there. Did I delete the bass line? Oh, I did. Let me undo that. Right there, and then copy it across. So copy that there. So we've got 3 different ways. We've got the first one, which was putting in the sequencer and then adding, changing the tuning by list, so that we created the rhythm first and then we use riffs. So that's all off of 1 note, not doing anything else, 1 note. The second way we did it was where we went into note, pressing that twice, and then just played it there and played our own thing there. And then the third one, what we did is we went to this one here. Where we'll play it. We went into the note, pressed edit pad, and then created a key group out of that edit pad and played it there. And then we're now onto the 4th way of doing it. And this is just literally, that's why I was showing you. This is of 1, going way too fast to me to follow at this. Okay. All right then, sorry. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how fast I'm going. So just tell me if, oh, good Lord. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Sorry if I'm going a bit fast. I'm trying to go slow, so I apologise. Wait a sec. Let me read some of these things here. If you do that, I'll have Andrew. If I do that, I'll have a MIDI clip and audio clip. Is it possible without a MIDI clip? I think MIDI clip must always be selected to use chord function. Well, sorry, I don't know what the question was, but no, you can the note config for chords. Yeah, you've got to use chords. You've got to have either MIDI key group or a plugin, because it's MIDI. That's what it's doing. Audio is fixed. Audio is a fixed sound. You can't do anything about that sound. Yeah, it froze for a second there. I'm back on now. Right. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I've shown three ways, and then I'm going to show the fourth way, and this is literally off of just one drum program, which comes with the Akai Force. So the fourth way is my favorite way. So I go into launch note. So I've got my drum pattern here. Stop that. And what I do is I go to the drum program. I go back to normal one. So this is just normal. This is normal. And I copy the notes. So I'm copying this bass line. So I'll copy it, and I'll go dum, dum, boom, bum, 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 bum. Just for the sake of argument, I'm just going to use 4, right? And then I just play the rhythm I want. So I can play this rhythm I want, and then I can change the notes after. And it's non-destructive, so it's not taking any more memory by me doing this. Look at the memory as well. And I haven't even created arrangement on here. I've just done this. So I've got this. And I think I've showed this because this was an early one. What I noticed about the thing about the Force, what's great is because you've got so many pads, you can copy things over, so you can do unique stuff what you could never do on an MPC, because you wouldn't see that, because you'd only be stuck with 16 pads, and you'd have to kind of go in your mind, right, I have to change to group B now to get to these back pads. You could do it, but the way you can connect here, you've got a lot more. The pads really help. The extra pads really help. Hence the reason why I say I'll be shocked if there's not an Akai Force keys, because the extra pads, it just opens up the way you can do so many different things. Right. So anyway, so this is where I like doing it. So I'll have my beats there and I'll go. Right, I didn't even use all of them, but let's say no, I'll play the rhythm. So I'll go. Right, so I'm going to just go because that's the rhythm I like. So I'm playing it here. So I've got that like that. But now I have the freedom of saying, well, how do I want them to sound? So I go edit pad and I'm into that one. So I'm like, so the first 3 I'm going to leave. That's fine. The C. Those 3 I could actually just have the C, but I've done it that way, so that's fine. And the greatest thing about this is because it's samples, that means if I wanted to change the different note of that sample, say I wanted this sample to be something else, like, I don't know, a guitar bass, that can change now. If I wanted this sample to reverse, I can, because now I've got total control over each bass note and each bass sound, which is ace. So anyway, so I'm gonna go, so I'm keeping them 3. So this 4th one, I'm gonna be something else. So I've changed it to D sharp, and I'm gonna change this to something else. I don't know, I'm making this up now. So that might be so I can't. So this one I'm going to change to something else. Maybe F down. Maybe. So now I've got that. So anything that I like or don't like about it, maybe I like that, but the last one I want to echo. So now I could just add echo there. I don't have to go on, I don't have to overthink this or anything. I could just literally put delay on. And that's it, do you know what I mean? Go into here. And it's just that last note. Follow me somewhere. Where's that follow me? And it's just on that last note. No automation needed or anything. Do you know what I mean? Nothing. If I wanted to EQ that last note, if I wanted to change the filter on that, it's just that one note. So there's 4 ways with just one drum program that you can do something. So that's 4 ways of doing that, and that's why I wanted to show that anyway. So let's get to making some EDM normally. Let me try and see if I can do this then. This slap bass business. You're gonna have to tell me. I think that's kind of slap bass-ish. If I'm right, from what I recall, this is kind of slap bass-ish. So let's just start with a new kit. I'll start with a new. No, I'm gonna keep this bass line. Not bass line. I'm gonna keep it. No, I'll just go with new kit. Like just add a new thing. So stop all. Do something new. Right. I'll go in here. I'm gonna keep that bass. I like London. I like London kicker. I like the kick in that. So it's nice. I like them kind of fuddy kicks. Right. And that's big. Right. But let's go back to. Oh, we could probably use that. That's kind of. I think that's kind of like. Even though it's short, I think that's kind of like a slap bassy type sound because they're all kind of tube sounding. So I'm going to pretend it is because I can't remember. There was a way that you could do it. I messed around and I did something using the tube synth. Another quick tip is there's a lot of interesting. They kind of are, not quite, but they kind of are, I think, in the pocket of that slap bass serum sound in the hype. If it counts for alt, I think there's definitely slap bass serum type definitely sounds in the fabric stuff. So in the actual fabric plugins, there is obviously, because I haven't got MPC keys, I can't kind of show it. Do you know what I mean? But I do recall hearing something now when people mentioned that slap house, and I looked at it and went, "Oh, you mean that?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah." And I do recall stuff like that and there's some great bass underneath bass fuzz. In fact, I'll do that. So I'm going to get a plugin now, and you tell me, because again, any slap bass dudes. Oh, hello. Right. Didn't pick up there, but the bass fuzz stuff seems to be in that pocket. It's not all of it. You have to kind of go through them, but some of them I've noticed. There was a couple what I noticed. I'd have to really sit there and analyze it. But like I said, you could tweak all of that and you could get your own unique thing. Because I'll tell you what, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here. I was quite amazed. I listened to this slap house thing, and every one of these tunes had that same bass. Which was weird for me. That I'll tell you, coming from dance, and like I said, I'm an old man at dance now and whatever. That seemed like weird because I always thought the uniqueness was like, oh, that's a rough sound. What's that sound? I always thought that was a thing, not to be exactly the same as the last tune. I get it, it's in the pocket. It's like drum and bass, where it's the drum and bass pattern is a pattern. It's same with hip hop. It's a pattern. But the sounds to be exactly the same, it's a bit weird. But the easiest way for anybody doing that slap bass, I'll repeat again, you've got a sampler here. So just sample a bass. There's got to be, you only need one. You could I could go on YouTube now. I'm guessing, but I'm sure if I go on YouTube and I type in slap bass house sound, I'll get a sound. Somebody will go bang. There'll be one sound bang, and then that's it. And then you've just got it. But I'm going to show you something because it was something I noticed about that slap bass sound. slap house sound, bass sound was it's because it uses unison, and it's like a sawtooth, but it sounds a bit tubey, right? The unison seems to be the thing, and that the doubling, it's a doubling of sound, and you can kind of do that by going. So we'll get this here. There was a good bass line. There was a couple ones, but I'm going to do it with this one just to see. Right, so I'm going to do key group again by pressing that. So I've got my key group. And then what I noticed was there was like a phase that in fact, let me do it. I always like to keep number one open, and I would advise to always keep number one open of any effect slots that you have. Reason being is, and this is even, because certain things are coming to my mind. Look at this. I actually tried to have an order here, but because certain things are coming to mind, I want to show everything all at once, and I have to kind of slow down because I get so excited and go, oh, this is ace, because there's so much you can do with this. But if you're in, and I've created a key group, and again, because I don't really mess with key groups, because I like drum program, because there's so much more control in my mind that you have over the drum program. I think in reality, the only difference between the drum program and the key group is you can't warp in the key group where you can warp in the drum program. I might be wrong. There might be some other stuff, but as far as I'm aware, that seems to be mainly on difference. Oh yeah, and you've got no portamento as well, which is quite a cool thing to use. But regardless of what I'm using in my mixer effects, I always keep, if I'm going to add effects, I always try to keep 1 free and 4 free. And I'll tell you the reason why I'd say 1 free and 4 free. Is one, you should keep that as a channel strip, even if you're not going to use the channels, because you never know, you can tweak a sound. And 4, if you're going to have anything side chained or anything like that, then it means it's going through the signal, and then your things that even if it's an input or output, it's going to be the last part in the chain. So I would advise that. What I hear in those slap bass as kind of kick sound. All right, so let me show that for Ralph as well. So this is why it was, because Ralph was showing. So I've got this sound here, right? And this is why this is great using key groups. So I've got this sound here, and let me go shift mixer to get into the sub mixer of that sound. So at the moment, there's only one key group. So it's one key group at the moment just for this sound. I can have 128 of these. Amazing, isn't it? So I've got that one key group, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an effect. What I noticed was that unison thing, what they always add. And what that is basically it's a chorus. But you can do, so a chorus is modulation. It's basically, it's like a low level, it's a low level sound frequency that's moving kind of lower than our ears can hear, and you can use it to change other things. I don't know why I'm going at this. Anyway, modulation is another sound affecting a sound. That's what it is in this thing. And what the modulation, what we're going to use is chorus. What I seem to think was quite cool was the 2-voice chorus, the standard Akai 2-voice chorus, because it starts to give it that kind of thing. Now, like I said, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I can't really remember much of it. Now, here is something I showed really at the end of last week, and here's another trick to kind of get sounds tough, because what can happen is you can get all low, but you're losing the attack, and this is how you bring that attack back. Well, you don't even bring it back in, you just add an attack. How can I add an attack? Well, it's really easy. So let's go back, shift click, back, because we're in a key group, as it says. And what we're going to do is we're going to add another key group. And on this second key group, we're going to add another sound. So what sound do we want to add in this second key group? So we'll go to number 2, second key group, it's blank. I'm going to add a kick, because a kick is going to give me the attack. So I'll go to my memory and I'll just look for a kick. There's a kick. Well, there is definitely a kick here. There's several. So what would be cool, and again, if wish me luck, I'm in talks. If certain things happen, then there's going to be some other features I'm going to try my hardest to get implemented into this machine. Like, here's one what would be great. If you could just audition inside of a drum program. So, because I'm like, look at this, look at this. So, for example, I've got hi-hats there, but I don't know what are these. There's 3 hi-hats, they're different, but I don't know what they are. I can't pull this screen across to see how much they are. What one is this? Is this hi-hat 1, 5? I guess they're in order, so it might be hi-hat 15. I don't know. What would be cool is if I could say, oh yeah, audition. The only way I can audition it is I have to go all the way back out here, go to project, and then I can go through, I go to this kit. But again, I'm going to a kit, but I don't know if I want to be in a kit to hear the things, because I don't know. I might not want them. Maybe I want them from that kit. I don't know. That's the thing. They should give you freedom. Anyway, I'm getting in the weeds. So let me go back to this. Right, go to memory, because it's in the short memory. Again, like I say, I have to stretch across. It's a little bit better now. I'm not stretching across. So, oh yeah, let me go into create. Do you know what? I keep talking and I keep forgetting to change the sub. That's why. So anybody feel free to timestamp all of this, because I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. If I'm at 500,000 subscribers, then I can start thinking about all that stuff. But at the moment, it's not that. Anyway, key group. So let's go and we'll go and find a kick. I don't know what kick. One of these kicks. Have we got 5? No, I'm going to guess at 3. So now, so I've got attack. I don't know. Is that an attack I want? I don't know. So let me just move this mic. I'm going to go a bit quiet for a second. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do me. Right. Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, like I says, I've got this attack back now. So all I have to do is to say, well, how do I want that attack to be? I don't want. It's a bit roughly, so probably I'll filter it. There's a more FUD one, but I'm just going to use what's here. No, do you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take off some of that delay. So I'll do one shot. Right, and then we'll just take off some of that decay. Let me just check. Yeah, that sounds terrible, that kick. So I'm going to find a kick, because I don't like that. I'm not feeling that kick at all. So let's go here. And then again, this is where it gets into that funniness, where I've got to go and find that kick. So I'm going to go and find the kick that I want. So I'm going to go to samples. So that means samples. I'm going to go, because I'm going to use the bass house kick, and I'm going to go to quick search. I'm going to just look for a kick. Where's the word kick? Somewhere there. And now I'm in samples. So I'm just going to find a kick. I like a, that's what I like, that. So it's number 5. So let's see if I can find BH kick 5, because that's the one I want. Shift clip gets me back to where I want. I'm in 2, so open that up, and oh, there we go. Well, that's cool. So we've got it. So I've got that. So now I've got that, and then all it is yeah, that's too much attack. So I'll just turn it down, and just if I don't, I can mute it. I could change the attack amount if I don't like it. If it's too sharp, because I can use everything now. But I'm just going to turn it down because that'll do me. So let's have it. We'll do a kit. We'll do a thing. So I'm just going to play stuff in, but you get the idea. Well, of course, because you can watch it. Anybody who's missed out can watch it. Oh, wait a minute. Do you know what will help? It'll help if I'm on the right thing. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, do you know what? I'm so brain dead today. Right. So and then. Oh no, that's not it. Again, I'm not thinking about what I'm playing. I'm just giving an example of the slap bass house. So wait, let me see. This is in key. I think this is in key. So I can now use note config. Hopefully, do you know what? I can even check what key it is. So if I go shift there and I go back to samples, oh no, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you what the key is. So I'd have to copy that across to find whatever the key is. Or alternatively, I use something what I know is in key, a synth. So that's a key. That's a synth. That's C. All right. Well, we're cooking with gas. So then now I can use mine. I'll go C minor, and now I've got this, and it's all in key. And like I said, I can't think of a slap bass thing, so I just make it up as I go along. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put some more swing onto this, and we'll do that. I don't know, something like that. Sounds like. And then all what we need to do, I think, and again, I'm guessing this off my head, is it needs to be a bit more whiny. So I could probably layer that out. Stretch it out, and yeah, I think that'll eat. But you see, here's my problem. I have to kind of go off my mind of how these sounds are, because this feels like this is a little too short, and the other ones are a little longer. So maybe I could double it up with one of these fuzz ones. I don't know. So let's copy that because it's in the same key. So in theory. So and then we'll go shift. We can go through some, see if we can find something near, and then we'll add another chorus to that, which should. I remember one called an auto fader or something. I think I had it. Auto fader somewhere, because I remember seeing it somewhere. Let me see if I see it. guessing here. Modulate. Yeah, man. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's some way anyway you could tweak it. So anyway, the short version of what I was trying to say is get the sound, that sound, create another key group and add a kick drum to it, and that's how you get that kickback, Ralph. Because I can't remember. And you want to use either a phaser or a chorus. Use a chorus that gives you that kind of thickening sound. This feels like it's too short. I think the sound's a little longer. From what I remember I was tweaking with a plugin but I remember it wasn't quick. It wasn't quick to do it, but I know the bass fuzz ones really do work. The bass fuzz ones really do work. All right then. So I answered what that was key groups. Okay. All right then. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the order of what I've said, and I'm just going to make something dance. So because I've showed you 4 ways you can use just one kit alone. That was to say, this is how much of this machine is a dance machine, because you can literally make, but you can do that with nearly anything on this machine. You can make something one kit alone. Now I'm going to attempt to make some kind of dance thing, right? I don't know what kind of version of EDM this is going to be, because there's so many different ones. So I know that what people used to call, what I used to do is tech house. So I think that's what it is. I'm a tech house person. I don't know, because there's so many different names now. I ain't got the foggiest. So I'm going to try and do something dancey, and I'm going to try and do it slowly as well, so you can see every part, and I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to go and press new now, and this time I'm going to try and make something coherent, because literally what I was doing was just random as random, but just to show something. One second. I hope it's been helpful so far, because I was going to carry on. I'll carry on. I'll spend a bit more time on this. Yeah, and I appreciate everybody joining. So, right, okay. So, again, I don't have to do this, but I'm gonna delete everything. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how I do stuff as well. So let me go to setup. A lot of my thing, I like sampling. I like sampling, even though I can play stuff now, I'm pretty all right. I like sampling. There's something about sampling that I really like. And I always think sampling is really, even if you don't use the sample in the end, it's always usually good for the construction of Easy Johnny. It's always good as a foundation to build on. And I think it's always a really good foundation to build on. So I'm going to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my screen on. So I've got my screen. Something dancey I'm going to do. 123. I'm going to make it bouncy. So I'm going to put it to I'm going to put it to 60 to see what happens. Yeah, I'm good so far. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load a kit, because I know I'm going to use a kit. So normally I just go, I'm not going to go, I'm going to listen and then choose a kit from one of these. I usually like that London one because I like the kick, and then I can move. And what I'd say is get something as a foundation. The idea of presets, and that's why I love using presets, is use them as a foundation. You're not stuck to them. You can tweak them to your own delights, but use them as a foundation. So what we have is, we have that first one. And also, these can be helpful for inspiration. See, I like ska. I like that kick. So that's going in Scar. And do you know what? I don't know why. Sometimes I don't mean to be stingy about this stuff, but sometimes I only use one kit, and it's like, no, there's no reason why you have to use one kit. You could use several. And I might as well show that. Look at this. I'm going to show something else. I'm going to show another technique. I'm going to get to the point of what I'm going to do, because I've got another technique to show you that I think is brilliant. And this is a great way of using the content what's here. So I've got this kit here. What else do I like? I like London. So in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create I'm going to create another 2. So, come on. Right, drum. Right, 2. I don't know why. Do you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Easy Steve. Hey, Janelle in the house. I'm going to do something just for you lot that I haven't done. And I don't know, this might bring me bad luck now. I'm going to pull it. Shall I pull it off? No, I'm not going to pull it off. I'm going to pull it off next week. Next week, I'll pull it off because I'm waiting on something. And next week, if next week turns to be a good week, I'm going to pull it off. So ignore me if my presses are slow. So anyway, got my 2 things out because I'm going to show you something else. So here we go. What was I saying? I think I like London, so I'm going to copy London in, and one more. And it doesn't have to be bass house. Interesting. I like that. That's my kind of style as well. Right. So here's free kits. Right? Free kits of the content. I can now make these, and this is where, again, brilliant. Never mind what's brilliant, what's not. I've got free kits here. This wasn't what I'm going to do, but again, we'll show. We'll carry on, and then the last piece, I'm going to actually create a proper tune, right, and follow the order that I said. But I'm going to just do this. So I've done my setup. So the next part of my setup is drum programs. So I've got my free drum programs here. I'll go back to Matrix, and I'm going to go into these. So I'm going to edit pad, and what I'm going to do is make sure they're all in the same key, because they might be in the same key, but they might not. Obviously, kicks and snares, you don't need to change that. It's melodics. Obviously, everything in this kit is going to work to this kit, but it doesn't necessarily have to work to that kit because it might be in a different key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just say, for the sake of it, I'm going to say D flat, so C sharp, because they've used everything as C sharp. So C sharp is what I'm going to do everything in. So C sharp is everything, and then I'll know, pressing the wrong thing. So what I'm going to do is tap everything and make sure that I'm in C sharp or in the scale of C sharp. If you're really not quite understanding what all these letters are, and to tell the truth, for the most part of music theory that you need to know on this, and you don't even have to know that, is as long as you know the alphabet up to G. So if you know the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. But let's say you don't know the alphabet. Do this. Get a plugin. And I always like piano, because piano is my most familiar favorite sound in the world, and I'm used to it. So get a sound that you're used to hearing, that you can go, right, I get what's going on there. I understand that sound. I hear it and I understand it. So I like the piano soft one. And then use this to make sure your stuff is in the right key for the note config. So that's it. So I'm gonna match all of these, because like I said I was going to do it in, oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to do it in C sharp. And I'm going to do it in C sharp minor. Natural minor. For anybody who doesn't really know. Minor, just keep it simple. Anybody who knows, they know. So I'm not talking to yous. I'm talking to people who don't know anything music theory or anything like that. You keep it simple. Either do your tunes in major or minor, right? And you do it in the one that says natural minor if you're going to do it in minor. And the way you want to look at it is, if you want them to be kind of a bit more darker, sinister, use minor. If you want them to be a bit more poppy, uplifting, kind of, do them in major. I'm simplifying it, but that's how it works. I would say if something wants to be tough and a little bit more like less hands in, yeah, come on, and more like, yeah, oh, and everybody screams when the bass drops, that's in minor. If it's more like, wait for the draw, wait for the thing, come on, hands in, yeah, it's such a good feeling, and all that, do it in major. I like my stuff in minor. Like I said, I'm a tech housey guy, I guess. So I like my stuff in minor. So I'll do it to minor. And then, now I've got the piano. So what I'm going to do with these three fingers, I'm going to make sure everything is in that key. So I've got this sound. That's in, it says it's in the right key for that. But so I might not like that. Maybe I want it to be, maybe I want it to be that. That feels right to me. That da 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 da. That feels right to me. Yeah. Again. So again, we'll get that. So that's A. Sharps will usually work, but we'll make sure. So we'll put that into C sharp. And you can test them against each other now. So to tell the truth, I don't need to press that anymore because I know this bass line is right now because it's in C sharp. So all I do is match them and see how did it feel. Does that feel right? Yeah. So that don't feel right. So then I move it up. See? And you can hear, oh yeah, that feels right. I've got, all right, yeah, screen, spare screen protectors. Yeah, I might holler at you for that one. See, that feels, see? So certain things, that feels right to my, yeah, because it might bend off into C sharp, D, so that works. So that's one kit, and then I can do the next one. So all I have to do is move that up. And here's the thing, I'm not going to try to play me or anything like that, but I'm putting them in the key because when I want to load over sound, it's already sorted out for me. Yeah, that feels right to me. And then I'll even tune some of the tom stuff. The snares and kicks are fine. So C sharp, so C and F, C sharp and F sharp, I've got stuff in common. I can check that. Because that's it. So I can check, is that right? Yeah, oh, that'll work. Just in case I don't want everything to be in C, it doesn't matter because of the way I'm going to change my bass lines, but it means they're in the position I want them to be anyway. So I'll move that up. So that works for me. And I'll just tune. I don't usually tune. Well, I kind of do sometimes. It depends. If it feels right, I mean, do it. But all of these now all work together. All of these now are in key and work together. And so far, they're all samples, so I don't even have to do it. I can literally play them and it'll be good. So let's make. Right. I'm going to follow my order here. I'm going to follow my order anyway now. So I've done the setup. I've sorted out the drum programs. I'll do the step sequencer and I'll do some note config. What I usually like to do, so I'm going to do this with free kits. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to do it in free kits. So what I usually like to do myself is I like something as the basis of something. And what I mean by that is I like something to be the body of a tune. If it's chords, whatever it is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with note config. So I'm not going to start with the drums because I know the drums are going to be dance drums. So I'm not going to start with the dance drums. I'm going to start with some chords and they're going to be the basis of whatever it is. So I'm going to go shift note config and then I'm going to go to my favorite thing ever, progressions. And I'm going to go to the progressions what come with this, the dance ones. Since we're using dance, and we're going to find something what work in a minor key. So I'm going to click on there, and this first one is natural minor. So I'll see if I like it, because I'm not going to randomly. I'm going to do things in the way I like them. So. It's all right. It's kind of hands in the air. Maybe not for me. Let's see, number 2. No, that's too commercial for me. That's like Ed Sheeran, isn't it? Well, maybe I could have something like that, and then it could drop. Maybe it starts off like. But yeah, we'll do something like that. We'll do something kind of Europeanish, kind of maybe America and maybe Miami-ish or something. So we'll start with this because it came across it. We'll do it. So what did I have? What did I have there? Oh, right. So starting here. So what was it? Yeah. So we'll do that. So it's going to be blank. So it's. And then I'm going to change that sound, but we'll have that piano because like I say, I like working with the piano at first because I kind of know the sound, and then I can change it up from there. So, and here's the thing, another thing. Again, the way I like to show stuff is not only this, but just stuff in general. Don't ever think you have to do things at the speed that you want to do them. If you find it difficult, slow it down. You can always speed it up after. All right, and peace, Ralph. Catch you next week. You can always do a super thanks if you liked anything that you saw here. It always helps to get me a better camera. But anyway, let's see. So let's go. We've gone to note config, haven't we? So note config. There we go. So what is it? Right. So that's the first beat in it. Right. So that's the first beat. Okay, then here we go. Then let's we'll get out matrix because it doesn't matter. And it's this one. So I'm going to do it slow. Just to show you. So I'm going to pretend I can't do certain things. So I'm going to slow it down. I know I want it faster, but I'm going to do it slower. Oh, good Lord. I never get anything right the first time. I missed it. Right, we'll do that again because I did not like any of that. That was trash. That's me. I'm so butterfingers at this. Good Lord. First time lucky. Right. I'll do that last one in. So right. Right, so let's change up that piano. We'll keep it as a piano thing. But I might try a different piano just to see what it's like. I kind of like that piano myself, but we'll try a different one just because. Because I always use that piano. House piano. Sounds mad old school. No, I'll keep to the one. I wasn't going to use that piano, but I liked it. Do you know what I mean? No, actually. So we'll do that. We'll start with a kick. Let me that one. So we'll go step sequence, and we'll do the step sequence stuff again. So I'll do that, but I'm going to change it off for that. So we'll do. So what we'll do is we'll build up some. So. maybe we'll start off with that one. So we'll go back to launch, copy that. So we're making life easier for when we arrange. So we'll have it. It'll change to that. We'll go back to step sequence, and we'll fill it in. So we'll double up on them kicks. We'll do another copy, so we'll build up again. I'll go to matrix again, and what I could do is now I'll go to launch, and I could copy, because look, I'm holding that, so I'll do copy to there. So, and then we'll add some claps. That clap. And then let's see. Then maybe we'll flip. Maybe we'll flip from that. Oh, wait a minute. It overheats. 1 second. Nice one that you said. Right, there we go. Nice one. So maybe we'll flip from that. But right, maybe we'll flip from that. Sorry, it overheats. So we've got a kick there. We have a build up. So what else? Let's just check what we got. We got clap there. We'll copy down. So I'm going to copy this one here. We'll go into a kick from here, so all right, okay, yeah, I'll have that. So we'll have that. Right, so which one's that on? Where is that? Let's have a look. So right, so that's it. That's on there. Where's it? Oh, okay. Okay. Where's that clap? Okay. Wrong. Okay. So let's see. What have we got so far? Let's go back here. We've got. Well, I'll keep that piano on. So. Right, so that's why we'll build into there. So I'll copy these two across, down. Now I can just press copy and launch. So it's on there. So we'll build that in. And we'll have, shall we have that piano going on there? So we'll have the piano in. So look at this. I'm going to build all of this out. I've decided. Normally I wouldn't. I would just build it into the arranger. But if I build it all out now, all I have to do is press launch. So I've got the arrangement in it. So it's normally I wouldn't do it that way, but let's see. It's good to try stuff. So press copy and then just slide it. So now I've got all of that as one thing. So because I'm going to get rid of this thing, and then I know I'll stop there. And then we'll stop there and we'll go da ba ba, and then we'll do a drop. That's it. So we'll stop that there, and we'll add in a new plugin, and we'll have it go like going yeah, something else. And what I'm doing is now I'm going to skeleton it, because what I tend to do is I kind of work in the same way in hip hop. I flood everything out so that I know how everything's going to sound with loads of sounds in, and then I strip them all out. So, so here we're going to do something, some kind of pad, and we'll raise a pad. Meow, 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 meow. So let's see, maybe a bright pad. I don't know. Let's go back. So we've gone from step sequencer. We're going to go back to note config, and so well, we got two of them. I was literally just guessing at that. Which let's get as played back in. Na, na, na. And then drop into something. That's it. And I'm going to change that sound. That's just a skeleton sound in there for now. Like I said, I'm not fully making this up as I go along, but I'm kind of. Tell me if I'm moving too fast for anyone, or is everybody on board and getting what I'm doing here? I've added another plugin. I'm still using that same progression because I knew that da would stay in there because it's the da. And then all I've done is done that and then an octave up. And I'm going to hold that for a while. And I'm going to keep riding up, and then drop into something. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and okay. So now I'm going to choose a sound that I like, and I'm going to do some automation with this, I think. Let's see. But something. One of these. No. Oh, crescendo, what's this? Maybe that'll work. Yeah, why not? Let's experiment. So we're going to go. So we need that longer. So we need that longer, this longer. So what I can do is go in here. That's the 6. We need it to 8. Oh, undo that. So this is 6. We need this 8. We need it longer. So 8. And then what I can do is we'll press that to make sure we see everything. Are we seeing everything? Well, go grid. So we make sure. So did you see what I did there? Look, I was in clip. I pressed that because I wanted to see everything, but I can't see everything because this information here, when I go into grid, I can see everything. So now that I can see everything, I want to extend by pressing the select, and I'll press that again so I can see everything. And I want to extend that to the end so it's longer, so that when I put that in, and that's on clip editing, what I'm doing this on, as I'm switching. So now I'm starting to come together. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to say.
So just do it!
Subscribe. That's what I always keep forgetting. Subscribe, get that bell so you can see what I'm doing on the different ones and learning. So you're learning new stuff. Right. So now we've got that. So what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to go shift clip to get into shortcut that, and I'm going to ride that all the way up. So I'm going to make it go all the way up. I'll do a test run before I automate it, because that's the next thing I was going to do. So I'm back in, is there editing? I haven't got editing. All right. Well, I'm in plugins, so there's no edit thingy. Where's automation? I don't know. I thought I had one for automation here. I'll just call it clip editing, whatever. Right. It's all automation anyway. So I'm going to do a test run. And I'm going to do it manually. Do you know what I like now? But I'm going to kind of do like justice. So I'm going to make it go, and then have that last chord, that first chord come again. So what I'm going to do is go back to clip, and I'm going to extend that out. So it's going to be, and it doesn't matter. I could extend that to 16 because I'm going to only use what I need when it comes to the arrangement. So I just press in. So I'll go to here again so I can see everything. I'll go to here so I can totally see everything. And what I'm going to do is that first bit, I'm going to come back in again with this. So I'll highlight that, and then I press shift to get to all the selections. I'm going to copy that information, and there. And then all I have to do to copy that information to the end of there is I use a locator, just like you would do in any other program. So I scroll across to here, and then I just press paste. And I've got that information there. So when it goes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that a little longer, so that I'm going to do a new bass. Well, I ain't even done a bass, but when I do a bass, come off here and come back there. When I do a bass, it's going to come in there. All of this I could do in real time, as I've always said. I could do this while this is playing. The only reason why I'm not doing that while it's playing, not only not to confuse me, but also to make it easier for you lot to see exactly what I'm doing and what's going on. So start that. So go back to my thingy, riding. Yeah, I'm going to do it a little faster than that. I could do it manually. I mean, I could automatically automate it by drawing it in, but no, I like it because I've got more control over it there, and also what I might do is that as well. So, but I'll fix that after. But I'm going to bring that down. So, do you know what? I could do two. I could have one bringing up and then doubling up. Well, we'll start easy. Do you know what? what we'll do, we'll copy that. So we've got two of them, and I'm going to have another sound doing it. So I've got two sounds. I'll have one driving up and one that. So let's say I like them. I'm going to choose this one here. And then something that's transfixed. Yeah, all right. Let's do this then. Right. So automate that. So I'm going to go into here, and here we go. So now we've got that, and what I might do is I might automate that thingy as well. Let me to test run a bit. Or maybe what I'll have is, maybe I'll have this all down and then bring that up. Yeah, why not? We'll have that. We'll do that. Here we go. And now, what I could do is I could say, yeah, if I wanted more plugins, I could flatten them. I could literally just flatten them. I could use a loop and record them in. So maybe go, yeah. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as that. So we've got that build up. So it's going to go. So far, so in theory, it's going to be. It's going to be. I'm going to put some vocals into this as well. But maybe even a bit probably shorter than this. I don't know, because a lot of these dance tunes now, they're a lot shorter. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to show you something now. There's a couple of ways I could do this, and just trying to think of I'll just do it the easy way. There's no point in doing it hard way. Just do it the easy way. So, well, no, there's a couple of ways I could do it the easy way. Let me show you a trick. I'll show you a trick. Right. So, I'm gonna go do. Do you know what? Right off the top of my head, I've just realised, just by humming it, a mad easy way I could do that. I can just go to note. So I'm already in note. The kick, what I want to use, which was one of these. Which one? Is that the one? Use app. Use app. Take off the swing. What was the swing at 60? So 60, and then, but I'm going to change from that. So what I could do is have the app there, press no. So I'm on that. Do you know what? I could latch that. Do you know what? I could just latch it. So I can turn that on. Have that there. Have note there. Because I like holding things down, but I could latch that, and then this would just be on, and then I just have to press that, so I could go. So it'll be. But I want to go. No, I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and something like that. Is that on latch? Oh, it was on latch anyway. So, oh, right, it's on latch, so look at this. So I could have just done this. I could just literally do this. But I like not having latch on, because hold, it makes you can do things, you can freestyle off of it, because I can just hold the numbers buttons. So we can test run this before I actually record it down. Now, if I didn't want to do this in real time, what I could do is I could do the step sequence notes in. Well, right, you've seen that I could do that way, so I can do it that way. But let's say you can't do that, you don't really know how to do that. You can go to step sequencer, again, which is the kick, that's the kick what I'm using. So 1, 2, 3, 4s. I've got my thingies on there. Do you know what I did? Right, let me undo that. Right. Let me get that right back, right. So let's get that. All right. I'm gonna do that. Why am I getting? Have I pressed something? I probably pressed something, but I didn't even realize. Let's see. Fix 2 bars. Right. Why was that saying 4 then? Oh, it's because look at that. I've got it on quarters. My bad. My bad. Sometimes you have to pay attention to what you're doing. So. Right. So I've got this now. I don't know how to do it. I go in clip editing, right? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I'm going to double this up because I want it longer. There's 16. I'm going to make it go to 16 bars because that's how long that build-up is. 16 bars. So all I have to do is press that, and then I'll go 16 by doubling it up because I'm copying that information. So 4, double it up again. That's 8. And then one more, 16. Is that right? My maths is terrible. Let me press select to make sure that I've done that right. Do you know what? Was I on the right one? Right, I'm going to undo all that just in case I messed that completely up. Let me go back to history. So create clip. And again, let me show that. If anybody didn't know, you've got the history thing there, so you can go right back to where you started. So close that. So that should be back to 0. So let me start this again, because I'm going to do 4 here. So step sequence, this thing, 4. I'm going to go to clip now, but I'm going to double up that clip because I want to double it up. So So that's doubled. Then I'm doubling it again. And again, 16. So now I've got 16. Okay. So now that I've got 16, I'm gonna make sure that I can see everything by pressing that. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna go for there. I'm gonna make them quarters. So I'm not going to change that. I'm just going to change the timing. So let's go to grid. No, we'll keep it in. Well, we need to go to grid because we're going to change the timing. I'll select those notes. Now, there's a couple of ways I could even do this. So I'm going to show you, because I'm going to, like I say, show you different techniques because different people work in different ways. Me, I'd select this stuff by selecting here. But it can be a bit janky because I kind of need to zoom in to collect that, and it's like, oh, I missed it, and then maybe I missed that one, and I'm like, oh no, I haven't quite got it, and I'm like, oh right, because I'm having to do that lasso, and it's like that, and I've got it. But let's say I go, oh, that's just really finicky. I can go to step sequencer, right? And then I press and hold the step sequencer, and I remember, make sure I'm in drum because that's what I want to be in. Remember, each one of these is 2 bars. So I know that first bar there, that's 4 bars. So I want to go to that one, and I want to change these 2. So it's going to be, look, I'll be able to show the sequence. Watch. Am I on the right place? Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. So now I'm on the second part, and then if I went to get into the 4th part, so I've gone past that. So now I can say to myself, right, well, I want to work on these 2. So I can go to this step sequencer, right? Remember 2, 4, blah, blah. Actually, these doubled up now, so that's 4 bars. Well, it's 16 in it, so that's 4, 4, 4. No, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so that's 2. That's 2 bars. That's 4 bars. This is a 6 bar. This is a 8 bar. So these 2 are 4 bars. So I can go to this, select this. If you understand what I'm saying, and then I could just change this to quarters by going here and changing this to quarters. Again, I don't know what's easy for whoever. It depends on how you work. It depends on how you work. Me personally, it would just be easier for me to just zoom into this area and then just select that section. So it's just easier for me to go, yeah, select that section because I know that's as much as I'm wanting. So it's like here, these 4 bars, here. So I know these are the 4 bars what I want to affect, and then all I have to do is go to time correction, and I'm going to say I want these to be quarter triplets. So it's going to go but just the ones what I've selected are going to be them quarter triplets. So if I go do it, I know what I did there. It's not 8 triplets in it. It's da. But undo that again. It's 8 in it. It's not. Well, I knew it was something. I just got it wrong. So 8 triplets. Yep. Right. Do it. Did I press the triplets? I did, didn't I? Did I? I know. Oh, you have to select it. This is the only thing I don't like about this. You have to kind of move off something and move back. So if I move to, oh, right. I've just messed that up now, I know. So I have to kind of go here. I don't know why this is. And I've not really wrote this in, but you have to kind of move off it. So now I'm off that. If I've moved back now, this should affect, yeah. So now Now that these have been reselected again, let me just undo that. So these have been reselected again. If I now go to grid, and if I now go to clip and I go 8 triplets, these will not, well, they should have done. They should have, because they're selected. That's the only thing where I go, I don't know what's going on here. But because I know what these are, because I can see what these are, I can manually change them, but I shouldn't have to really. Oh, I'm on the wrong one as well. So I have to go here, because that's where I want to be, and then manually change them, because I can change these. Do you know what I mean? But I shouldn't really have to do that. But whatever. Unless triplets wrong. Unless I've got the triplets wrong. I've got the triplets in the wrong place. Have I? Do you know what? Life's too short. I'm not doing it that way. I'm just doing it the way that I would do it. This is why I say you've got to kind of learn how to play, because now I was just having to think. I was having to flip a load of things around in my head. Do you think we'll ever get expanded Ableton integration with a Force? I don't know. Really only need one thing, which makes it. I don't know. I Romnet, I think Romanet. I don't know. My mind is, I think they started off with the idea of something like that. I personally think they try to do their own thing. I don't think they're bothered about making it integrated with the Ableton Live. I don't think, as a controller, I think that was their idea. I don't think they were that bothered after that. But I might be wrong. I don't know. The way I've seen this machine is, they're trying to make it just in the standalone, because I've noticed I'm sure they could have easily implemented it to work inside of the MP software, but they didn't. So there must be a specific reason why they did that. And then they're like, I think they want you to take all of the stuff off of there and maybe bring it back. But again, I again, in my head, this is me personally, I used to have push. I had push 2 as Ableton. I kind of know Ableton backwards. Even now, even though I haven't used it, well, I still kind of do, but I kind of know it backwards, really. And the minute I got this, I knew straight away I wasn't using Ableton anymore, and I wasn't going to use this as a controller, even when it started. And I thought, yeah, there was ways I could work around it, because I was like, there's just no point. There's no point. You can do it with that. The only thing what I miss is warping, and yeah, that's the only thing. But I mean, but then I use a computer for any funny things like that. This is for quickness. It's like, believe me, everything I've just shown you here, I'm doing really, really slow. I don't know even if this is fast, because a lot of the stuff what I'm showing here, I would have done in like seconds on this, because it's that fast. And it isn't that I get it. It isn't that I'm any good at it or whatever. It's because it is fast to work with. But anyway, like I said, when I started having to get into the weeds and doing all that, it's like, yeah, forget it. Just use this. If you're not good with your hands, shift up, then latch, and latch means it's stuck. So now it's just stuck. Oh, it's gone again. It's gone again. 1 second. The connection's gone. It's timed out. Right. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. It times out. Look at that. Now it's moved again. Right. I don't know. Hope not. All right. Hope you can see this. This is what it is when you have to use. I'm literally using my own phone here because I don't really have hope. Times are hard, so I just have to use what I can to show what I can. Right. Hence the reason why I say any super thanks or super questions always happily appreciated. Right. So, right, yeah, like I said, that's latched. So now that's latched, and when you're in a drum, let me make sure that's when you're on drum, you can press and hold, and that should come to there. I'm a bit lost why that is. Right. Not sure why that is. Oh, right. I know why. It's because I'm on step sequence and not note. So, right. Okay. Well, cheers, Romanette. Right. So, okay. So I can go like that and then I can choose them. So I'm going to just do it that way. So the first one I'm wanting is quarters. And then I'm going to just build up from there. And because it's latched, it's just going to do it automatically, so I don't even have to worry about it being timed right or out. And I could have launch on, but I'll just do it from here. So here we go. What the hell? Wait a minute, what's that? I don't know what happened there. That was not right. Let's do that again. Right. We'll start it and then we'll press it. See what, just in case that some. Oh no! Wait a minute. Undo. I'm gonna put it into quarters first, innit? Right. Okay. Here we go. Why is my... There's something going on here. All right. Do you know what I did? I switched on fixed length. Nice one, Romanette. I switched on fixed length. You see, sometimes you have to... It's like there's a film or something. I can't remember what it is. The mistakes what you make on this are always your own. That's what it's like. It's like Dark Souls or Eden Ring. I don't know if anybody's a gamer here. The mistakes are not the machine. It's you, but you think, you go, oh, that's not it. And then you realise, oh no, it's something I did. So let's get back to this now. Blimey, took long to do this. Right, let's get back to this and speed this tune up a bit faster, because this is a bit crazy now. Right, I wondered why that was. So I can log that, and we'll go back to that, because I knew that it'll just automatically come in. It'll automatically come in, so... Right. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so something like that. I don't know. Something like that. That's it. Yeah, it doesn't need any more than that, does it? So it only needs 8. It only needs 8. I don't know where. So we'll have that. Right, and then we're going to drop into this tune. So we'll copy this across now, because that's our main part of this tune. Right, and let's get into some bass business now. So got C sharp, anyway, we're going to use these basses as well. So again, edit pad and then just press key group. So we've got a key group, and let's try. We'll try a few funkiness. We'll try. Hey, nice one, Carlos. We'll try some funkiness. And what I mean by funkiness is I'm going to use something different. Normally I would use the scales, but I'm going to try and see because we're still in C sharp and we're still in minor, but I'm going to just try a tones, a different type of way of playing. I'm going to still keep them split and see what comes up here. I've got no idea, so I'm going to be making it up, but I'm not going to just do the first thing that comes in my head. I'm going to play through a bit. Right, first of all, that needs to be. So again, I'll do what I normally would do, and I'll get this bass line and I'll copy it, and then I'll just change the keys. So I want some kind of rhythm. So let's see. So what? So something. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do, whatever that is going to be. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you another thing. Right. I like this. I like this kit, but I don't want to have this bass line on my drum kit. I want to have it separate. How would I do that? Pretty easy. All I have to do is create a MIDI. So now I've just created a MIDI channel. And this MIDI channel I'm just going to call bass. So I'm going to double tap it and just name it now. I haven't been naming stuff because I've been showing stuff. And how long have I been on? I've been on quite a bit, haven't I? All right, I'll carry on. All right. So yeah, I'll go on a bit more. Right. So I've done this to bass now, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna while I'm in. Oh right. Let me go to routing. So I'm going to routing, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want this information to be sent to. Oh no, it's not there. Sorry, it's that one. I want it to be sent to the bass house thing. This kit, the first kit, this kit. So now, whatever I'm playing on here is going to play on this kit. So I can just go over to here. But here's where it gets into a little bit of like where you have to kind of go, right, I know where I am in my brain. That's the only thing where it's a little bit like, I have to remember where I'm in my brain. So what I mean by that is, first of all, I'm going to have to take that off there. Secondly, I need to know where I am there. So there's something they've changed on this, but at the moment, this is how it's going to work. So what we need to do is we need to go to Shift Note Config, and we need to turn that right off. I think. Is that all right? Oh no, that's completely off in it. It's we want to make that. No, that doesn't matter. We want to go back down and find where they are. So it's somewhere up here in it. Try to play me. Am I on the right one? Right, yeah, I am. Right. It's one up. So it's got to be here somewhere. Do you know what? Life's too short. This is why I'm going to do it. I'm going to play the bass line in, then I'm going to cut and paste it, and that's it. And then it'll be right. So anyway, I've got a MIDI channel there. I play the bass lines in here, and then I'm just going to cut and paste that into this channel here. And then I've got the bass line separate from the drums, but it's all part of the same kit. Hopefully that made sense to you. You'll probably see what I mean in a minute. So let me go back to playing clip, I guess. Well, this drum program, I guess. So I'm going to go. No, what did I have? So like. That's it. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, then here we go. I'm going to copy it out, so it doesn't matter. But we'll have a swing in that. We'll have a swing. So 60. Right, here we go. Right. So now I'm going to copy all of them notes there, what I had there, and they're up there. That's why I copied them to that side. And I go here, and I'll just make sure they're all in there, and then I just select them. Right, shift, cut. I cut them. Oh, they've gone. Oh no, what's happened? Then all I have to do is create one here. So this is 2 bars anyway, because that's what I did. So double tap that, creates a blank 2-bar one. Go to clip, and then all I have to do is press shift and then paste, and it's going to paste in the same place on the other one. So now, wait, did I press paste? Shift, paste. Yeah. So why is that not sending? Bass. Gonna say, wonder why that wasn't playing. Was I on the wrong channel? Oh, I was on the wrong channel. Wondered why. All right. Well, I could have played it, but anyway, doesn't matter. So I've got that there anyway. So now I can go back to this. Slightly what I should have done, to tell the truth. So let me undo that. What I should have done is I should have done the music first and then copy it across, because I already know that this is going to be the bass line track. So undo. Let's see if we can get right back to there. In fact, let's make things a bit quick. We'll go to history, and we're going to go, where were it? MIDI send, scar. Where's cut? Shit. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Set track, MIDI send. Am I undoing? None. I'll just do it again. Doesn't matter. I can't remember. So let's see. Oh, do you know what? It doesn't even matter, does it? All I have to do is select that track, go back to here, and then paste it back in. So as long as I've still got it. Have I still got it? Yeah. So I'll just fix what that is. I'll get rid of that and then do it, because I'll be able to see the notes light up there. So can see these notes light up. Let me change that colour to something a bit better that I can see it. So again, go here. I'll go to any one of these by edit pad, hit that, and that'll take me into this, and then I just unclick that, go edit pad, and it's single pads, and then choose a colour that I want. So I don't know, some colour where I can easily see it a bit more than the green, because green's a weird colour play. It'd be nice if I had a bit more colour. I don't know how they'd be able to do it, to tell the truth. But anyway, I digress. so I can see that a bit better. Close that. Right. Right, so so let me select some of them now. I'll select these. Maybe a pitch bend, maybe a little bit, maybe. I'm making it too hard for myself here. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to just double it up on a normal bass, so I'll kill. Oh, good lord. Bring that back to naught. Keep that there. Change that back. I thought that felt late. Certain things, that feels a bit late, that. That feels a bit late. Feels a bit late, that one as well. Okay, I'll be alright with that. So now I can go back to that clip edit again, and I'll highlight them and copy them again as I was showing you in real time. So I've cut them, and then I'm going to create again a blank one there, select it, make sure I'm selected there, go into that, stop that, because you can actually paste in real time. So if that were moving and I press paste, it would paste in where that locator was. So keep that in mind. That's quite good for doing certain things. So, but I don't want that. So what the? There's little things now that I'm noticing, but it's all right. It is what it is. I'm gonna go to a bit more because there's people watching, and we'll we'll go a little bit more. So let's do a bit more with the bass now. So we'll do something with that. Maybe we'll add that into its own bass thing. Let's see. See what else we've got. Yeah, we like that. So we'll copy that. So now we can just copy this game. So we're building up our own thing. So we'll go. So recording fine. Am I going crazy here? Or is that fixed length on? Right. I'll record it. Oh, no, wait a sec, undo that. Wow, I just realised something. This is the thing what you've got to remember, because this can mess you completely up, and it just did. And I realised why everything sounded out of key. It's because this was on. That can do you in. So everything that I touched, it is just changed now. Oh, well, luckily I didn't change. Luckily I didn't move anything. But if I didn't, that would have changed all of the rest of whatever's there. So I pressed something by accident, so I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, do you know what? Look at that. I was thinking to myself, why is everything just not on point? I was doing 16ths, hey? Well, my timing's a little better than I expected, so let me fix all of that stuff. Because I was like, that bass line, I'm sure that bass line should be tighter on than that. So fix that. We'll fix that. We'll go in that clip. So we'll fix that. Can I do that? Right, get rid of that, because that's not what I wanted. So we've got rid of that. Let's see. Right, so what have we got as a tune? Because I've just totally lost it now. And I was going to do a full shebang, but I got into the weeds. I get into the weeds all the time. Let's see. We'll arrange it, and we'll arrange it now. there's one more. We'll get rid of that then. We'll get rid of this. What's this one? So we can get rid of this one. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go too long? Let's see. And we could do something with that piano. We don't need that section, so we can get rid of that. And we could do mixing and modulation, but I'm not going to do that now. It took too long. So yeah, we could fix the rest. We can fix the rest in the arrangement. So let's do an arrangement now then. Okay, I'll switch that off because I don't want to affect anything that I've already done. So Shift and get into arrangement mode. So remember, Shift Record gets you into arrangement, and then we're ready to arrange. I've turned off the what's its name? Time correction, so that it doesn't time correct anything that we've done, because we don't want them rolls messed with. And we're making sure that we've got that on 1 for launch, and we're ready to go. Here we go. Do you know what? We should start with a piano, shouldn't we? We should start with just piano, so we'll do that again. So in fact, I could just do that. Here we go. Oh, good Lord. It'll help if I stop. Do that again. Clear that. Make sure. Shift. There. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I recorded some of that stuff. Let's clear all of that. Clear everything. Yes. Clear it. All right. So we're definitely starting. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Could do is I could automate that so that it filters in, but I'm not going to do it now, but we'll get the idea. Do you know what? I missed one, didn't I? I missed one. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll fix it. We can fix it in a minute. So I didn't mean to do that, but I can fix that. In fact, I'll replay that again because I don't like that. But so there we are. Right, well, let's quickly put that together. So this. All right, I didn't even mean to do that. So I'm going to change that. We'll go to launch. Right, so we'll change that. And that. We'll leave that in. So we'll change it, but we'll leave it in. Yeah, this is the easiest way of doing it. So what I'm going to do is go on clip editing. I forgot that I wanted to arrange it there. I'll go on clip editing, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to just re-record what I did because I didn't like what I did. So I'm going to go here, launch clip mode. Let me go back to the matrix, and in there I'm going to go da da da, and I'm just going to record it in. So So yeah. So here we go. That's the one. But you know what? I want that on, so I'm going to do that again because I want time correction on. So now I'm going to go back to the arranger and I'm going to record that in over the top. So where was it? It's track 3, so it's down there. So I'm going to forward up and I'm going to record over that section. So I'm going to go back to here. So I'm going to record over that section there. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my play? So launch. Oh no, I'm on launch. Right, okay, here we go. And then maybe I might put that thing in. And there we go. So I've sorted that out. Then what I'll do is just to finish it off in the last couple of minutes. What I'm going to do is I'll do a filter. So I'll do that just there where I had that raise. So forward. So we'll slowly come in with that there. So what I'll do is I'll add. Do I want to add it to the there? No, I'll just add it to the kick. So I'm going to find that kick. Fast forward. No, do you know what? Oh, so I'm just going to add it to that kick. So here's what's cool about, like I was saying before, you can rewind back to stuff if you were hearing something and you were like, oh, I want to fix that. So I'm going to check that filter now, turn this filter into a high pass 4. So rewind that back again. Oh yeah. So that's where I'm coming in. So go back, rewind that. So I'm gonna have that off. So rewind it back because I'm going to automate that now. Shift. Oh, good Lord. Undo. One more thing I forgot to do. Now, because I'm wanting to overdub that, I need to turn that off. So we'll play from there by shift play. Rewind it back. To that shift mixer. So rewind that back by clip holding it, rewind it back so that I know where I am. Go back into here, shift. Here we go. So even though I messed it up, and I can check if that was right, false forward. Yeah, that's fine. Just doing what it needs to do. I messed it up. If I wanted to fix it, I could go into here and go to there. And then I've got the filter cut off here, and I can find where it is by going to the bar. Just to show, if you ever wanting to know, well, where are you and how that works, there's a couple of ways around it. You can kind of go by using this and get the step sequencer. But the easiest way is to go here, see where the bar is, where you're doing the effect. So the effect is on the 20th bar. So all you have to do is just go across to the 20 bar and you'll see it appear up. 1920, cut off frequency. No? Oh, good Lord. I'm on the wrong place. No, that was that it? It was that one. No, it's one of these. There it is. Number 20. Somewhere there. I don't know where it is. That's weird. Am I going crazy? I'm having a strange day today. Which bar I'm on then. It would show up. I don't know why it's not showed up. So I'm just gonna, I don't know. Again, I got into the weeds. For next time, I'm gonna stick to the script of what I was showing. I got into the weeds again. I could have done a full-on tune, but I started showing other stuff. Anyway, I hope this has been good for you. I really wanted to, well, I'll show you one more thing because a lot of people don't really notice this. Did I chose, oh yeah, that was a string. I'll show you this. I'll do one more. So I'm going to do a plugin. A lot of people don't realize this has got a load of effects. So if you ever stuck, if you ever, or not stuck, or you don't have sound effects, special effects, you've got risers in here. So you've got basic risers, you've got all types of risers. So that's a drop, don't want. And I think there's tonal risers, so that's riser noise, but I think there's riser noise plus. Yeah, there is a right. And they're in key, so let's do one, and then we'll so. didn't even get into it any further. Anyway, this has kind of worked out slightly different than I wanted, but hopefully it's been of help. And I hope this has been helpful. And I'll check again next week. And you're welcome to ask any questions that you want. And yeah, I'll put it up soon. And don't forget
So just do it!
to subscribe. I like doing that. And until next time, as I always say,